Okay, so this tutorial is for creating and scheduling monthly ebook releases. All of the currently converted ebooks have already been released. Um, there are the more poetic ones to send to $1 scan to have converted into ePDF um, format, and yeah, I'm not sure if they will be appropriate for EPUB format, which is, the true ebook format that is used for Kindle and other ebooks in general these days. .mobi, the old Kindle format, is not used anymore, so we don't convert to those. Okay, anyhow, if you do have an ebook that you want to release, here's how it goes. First of all, we're going to schedule the release via Kindle, kdp.amazon.com, and the Erica Hunter at vitalenterprises.org account is the correct one for the kdp.amazon.com account. We have a bunch of different company Amazon accounts for different purposes: advertising, print book sales, and this one for Kindle. Okay, so we would click create up the top here, choose Kindle ebook, just give me 1 second, it's going to send me a code. Okay, so you would go ahead and put the title and the subtitle in here, the author, which is likely to be John Diamond, and a description here. Peter will likely have Peter will possibly have created a new description, or if not, he will use the old one. So let's say that we're working with music and song, Mother in Love. So we can go ahead and take the description here. We can take everything, including these reviews that are manually entered here, paste them in. Let's just make sure that we have everything sorted here. We don't want this read more section. We're not going to have a link there, so that's all looking good. Reviews here we may just bold and underline because that's a header. The capitals from here didn't get pulled across, and that looks good. Okay. Click to say you own the copyright, and you're going to add a bunch of extra keywords that aren't included in the title and subtitle. For instance, you could do alternative medicine, holistic healing. In the case of this one, it could be something like parenthood, or whatever else that comes to mind. Then we're going to choose categories. You're going to be in nonfiction, and you're going to be most likely to find appropriate categories to choose under body, mind, and spirit. You could just do general, or potentially body, mind, spirit, healing, general, or healing energy, depending on the book. There's also mindfulness and meditation sometimes is appropriate. And then also under, I think it's health and fitness, you have alternative therapies. That's possibly sometimes appropriate. Or holism. And then under self-help, you have, well, potentially general, but also affirmations, creativity. There's a good one there. Yeah, emotions, meditations, personal growth, general happiness, spiritual self-help. Those are the appropriate kinds of categories to choose from. Usually it's those. In the case of music and song Mother in Love, perhaps we could find one that's about family and relationships. You could have motherhood there, but you may decide that it's not really, this book isn't going to be interesting to people who are looking for books about motherhood necessarily, because it's not a typical motherhood book. So it may fit better in the more alternative categories. And then we're going to make it available for pre-order. Choose the release date. We'd been doing these monthly on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. So you can select the right date here. Okay, it's wanting me to actually complete these. To move to the next step, I'm just gonna put in placeholder things so that I can show you. Okay, and then we have, yes, I have a file I would like to upload at this time. So you upload the ebook manuscript here, and just browse to wherever it is on your computer. You're going to upload it. It's going to start doing a check through of it, confirming that it's fine. You're going to upload the cover for it. Upload your cover file. You're also going to put the ISBN in. Now, that the book will have already been sent to the book will have already been converted with $1 scan, and will have been in the process assigned an ISBN via Bowker. So that's myidentifiers.com. So we can sign in, and then we're going to where did he? There we go. My account, my identifiers. So it will already, you can just go to the next page until you find the latest one on here, or among one of the latest ones will be the one that has been used for the latest converted book. And you have an ISBN here. You can just click and drag to select and copy it. If this was the book we were doing, for instance, which it's not in this case, but you get the idea. So you're going to select that number, and paste that in here, and then you're going to type in enhancement books here. You're going to continue. Alright, I'm just going to upload a random EPUB file just to make this happy, so I can get to the pricing step and show you what you'll do there. Alright, just give it a moment. Now, Kindle is a good one to do first because it takes a couple days, a day or two, to get approved, and we're going to want to put the link for it in our product that we're going to create on the lifeandgiards.com website. So it's handy to have the Kindle link ready. Okay, So then the pricing page, okay. Manuscript does not match book title and description. Fair enough. The Way of the Pulse. Let's see if it will let me. Let's see if it'll let me do this. It's nice that it has these checks in place. I usually don't come across these errors. Okay. We're not going to enroll in KDP Select. That means that it's exclusive to Amazon if we do that. All territories, Amazon.com. We're going to choose the 70% royalty plan. We can do that as long as the book is less than $10, which the ebooks usually are. And sometimes it's worth it just to go like $1 lower to get that 70% anyway. So what we're going to do, the price of the ebooks is 2/3 of the price of the print book. So we can take $14 here and we can minus 33% equals, so $9.38. I am going to round up though, so, and do $9.95, and then it's going to put in all of the other currencies automatically, and then we're going to submit for pre-order, and that's that. And then, alright, I'm just going to go all the way back to the bookshelf. Alright, let's delete this test one. Alright, so then you give it a couple of days, and then you get this option here, View on Amazon US, and you get the link for the product up in the URL here. So what we would do at that point, we're now ready to create our product. So we're going to basically cobble it together out of two things. We have the Music and Song Mother in Love paperback version, and then we're going to take a sort of random ebook and use that to create our we're going to duplicate that and use that as our template, and then plug in the Music and Song Mother in Love details. So we can open another tab, go ahead to products here. So let's choose The Way of the Pulse Drumming with Spirit. Look, it's a recently released ebook, so you can click duplicate. Okay, so let's do, and in order to copy these details over better for Music and Song Mother in Love from the paperback version, we can hit edit product here. So let's do the right side first. So here we would put in, you know, our Wednesday, let me think about this. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I believe books, we have a promo upon release. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put in our date, which will be a Wednesday. But don't do it at 4 p.m. Do it at midnight, because you're going to want to allow time that day to do a final couple of things before the email goes out about it. So do the appropriate Wednesday, but do it at midnight or early morning. You can click OK, and then that will change to schedule. You're going to not have homepage checked at the moment. The one that I copied from, Way of the Pulse, is currently on the homepage. So on the day that this new product is published, you will go to the home page, and you'll take the book that is currently on the home page here, which is The Way of the Pulse. You're going to edit it, and you're going to uncheck homepage and update it, and then on your newly released product you're going to check homepage and update it, and so that this is featured on the homepage, since it's the newest ebook. Okay, the other categories, you're just going to do ebooks, I believe. Yes, so we're just doing ebooks. Homepage later after it's published, just ebooks initially. So scroll down, you have product image, you click on that, and you can go ahead and select files to upload, or you can go to the media library and find the image for the print version. I don't know why it's not loading all the other images in the media library right here. I'm going to try typing in music and song and searching. Here we go. This one here looks quite vivid on the left. So I would go and click set product image. It looks like a nice large size too. Some of these earlier ones might be smaller. Yeah, see, this one's very small, so you wouldn't want to use that. That's an old version. Okay, so you would set that as the product image, and then the other thing you're going to do, oops, I lost it, just scroll up. Okay, so here we have the product gallery here. These are the ones for Way of the Pulse though, so you're going to go over to Music and Song, Mother in Love, take a look down here. This is the way I do this, but there's other ways to do it. I am gonna browse to find these to apply on the new product, the ebook product, just visually. You may find this harder than I do. The other way you could potentially do this is by going to the actual product page for the paperback product and going to the preview images and downloading each of them, which is fiddly in its own way. If they download as web, what are they called? See, if you go to lifeenergyarts.com, product, music and song, Mother in Love, if you go ahead and click here, and you right click on the image, save image as WebP, that's what I was looking for. Saves to the desktop as a WebP, which you can then upload. You can download all of these as WebPs, but it doesn't like WebPs being uploaded is the annoying thing. So you'd actually have to go in here, open the file, save. It will prompt, I did Command S for save, it will prompt to duplicate it because it doesn't support editing. Then you're going to have to save again, then you're going to have to choose JPEG at the highest quality or PNG, and then you're going to have to save that. You're going to have to do that for every file, and then they'll be ready to upload. So that's annoying. The thing that I instead decide to do is visually look at these. I see there's a quote here, introduction with this fancy eye. Quote left aligned, and then name for the quote right aligned, introduction with the fancy eye. So I'm going to simply just go in, or not simply, but, oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Now this is easy to do when you have two tabs open, is to get the tabs mixed up, which one you're pulling from and which one you're creating. So just keep that in mind. Okay, the one I'm actually looking to identify has a centered dedication or something, or poem or something. Centered dedication, then a poem, then introduction with fancy lettering. And there's 7 images that I'm going to use. So I literally would just go in here, delete all these images, add product gallery images, and I'm going to scroll down, load more, until I get to the spot where all of these images are hanging out here. And I'm going to load more until I see the ones that I'm trying to identify. So here's something centered, but it doesn't have a quote after. Huh. Oh, no, that's right. I'm thinking of the wrong thing. It's... yeah, I mean a poem after. Okay. Okay, so I recognize this as the centered thing. These are actually out of order. You see there's 1, 3, 2. That doesn't usually happen. And this is something else. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, for some reason these are all really out of order. So, but that's usually not the case. So I'm gonna take these 7 and I'm gonna add them to the gallery. And I'm gonna have to get them in the right order by using the other one to compare. So that, and then this, and then that, etc. Shuffle them around to match how this looks. Annoying part of the process. Anyway, maybe you can come up with a better way of doing it. Alright, so we've done the side, now we're going to do the main part. Delete copy, put in the actual, music and song Mother in Love. If there's a subtitle, you'd put in a subtitle, but there isn't. So you would simply, so let me show you actually. So here's where you'd start drawing things from. Here's the paperback version. So you would copy and paste it over. And then you can hit edit and delete all that, hit OK, and it's going to do music and song Mother in Love 2. Hit edit again, and instead of 2 at the end, you can delete that and put ebook. Hit OK. That gives you now the ebook URL. Again, you're going to paste in the new title, music and song Mother in Love, leave the ebook version here, leave this info. Here's where we put the Kindle link, like I mentioned earlier. So we go back to our Kindle version. Here's the page for it. You can copy the whole URL or just the little product code. Paste that in. Then this part here, we paste in the print version. So we can go to our print version that we're drawing from, and we can go ahead and copy the permalink for it, the URL for it. Go ahead and paste that in. Alright, now we're going to want to put the ISBN. You remember we had that open. This is why I kept my Bowker tab open. We'll copy our ISBN, paste that in, and we're also going to put the number of pages. We can copy that from the paperback version. So we're just cobbling it all together from the appropriate sources. Description, so now we can copy everything beyond this to the bottom from the paperback page. So you're just taking all of the paperback info and plugging it into this ebook template, as it were, except for some things that are different, like the ISBN. Alright, so we've done that. See, this is all set up already for an ebook because we copied an ebook to use as a template. Once again, we know from setting this up for Kindle that the pricing worked out as $9.95. Here we have this set up: download ebook, EPUB, and download PDF. You go to choose file, and you upload your PDF and EPUB files. These will be set correctly because it's a downloadable item, as no tax and so forth. inventory, here's where you set your SKU. This like -1 is just added by default because we're copying another item, so it just added that so there wouldn't be a duplicate SKU. So we go to the paperback. The way to do this is go to the paperback and take the paperback SKU, and we're just going to add an E at the start because it's the same book but it's the ebook version. Keep going down. So the most recently released ebook had a menu order of 31, so we can make this one 30 so it appears in front of the most recently released ebook, becoming the new most recently released ebook and featured most prominently. Keep going down. We're going to put our ebook ISBN that we copied into the description here previously also in here to this SEO settings section, and that's it we're going to do here. Then we also have the excerpt to do, so we're going to copy a little bit of our description that we find appropriate, and we're going to paste it in. There isn't an excerpt section down here. You may have noticed in some tutorials there is. That's because that's for the drjohndiamond.com website. This one we just have the meta description section, and oops, that pasted in on top rather than erasing the original thing. So this doesn't make sense, but we're just gonna I'm just deleting a certain amount so you can see you need to get down to this kind of length where it's green, not orange being too short or orange being too long, and that gives you how it will appear in search engine results is the idea. So now you're done, and you're going to go ahead and hit schedule. So now we've scheduled the Kindle product, and we've scheduled the Life and Jars product. So both ebook products are good to go and they're ready to be released on the date. So on the date, we are going to put out an email about it, and we are going to start a promo for it. And we're going to post on social media, but that's was covered in other tutorial. So the way we would do this, and I'm going to go ahead and just trash this draft that we're not really using. Okay, so the way we would do this is go to WooCommerce, Woo discount rules. And you'll see down here we have individual product discount ebook. Let me just check. Okay. So you would hit edit here. On the ebook one, you'd hit edit. And then what you're going to do is just adjust the book that's being done. So it would be music and song, Mother in Love. Now actually, two items would pop up here once. So, okay, I should say, so this needs to be done. The reason why you want to have the products publish on early in the day or midnight of the day that you're dealing with is because, and then to have the email go out at 4 p.m. that day is because you're going to want to apply the discount to the product after it has been published. You cannot select the product for this if it is only scheduled. So you have to set a reminder to do this the day of before the email goes out. Okay, so you're going to get to actually two items in this list. The this is the paperback, and you'll also get the ebook version. The way you can tell them apart is the number here is like the number of the product as it was like released on the website. So the ebook is going to have a much higher number, so you're going to choose the higher number on the list. And then, so you'll click on that one, and then it will appear in here. And the only other thing you're going to adjust is the start date and the end date. You do the end date first, adjust the end date first, because it gets a little finicky if you do it the other way around. And so we run the promos for the ebooks from the Wednesday that the email goes out until that Sunday, the end of that Sunday. So you're going to go ahead and, pick whichever Sunday that is. Let's say it's the 22nd of January. And then you're going to go ahead and pick the Wednesday before that it's going out, 18th of January. Okay. And then you're going to hit save or save and close. Either way, it's fine. And then what you're going to do is, you remember earlier that I said on the day you're also going to be adding the ebook to the home page. You'll go to the home page and you will find, Music and Song Mother in Love will be here, the ebook version, and it will have a slash across it that says 30% off or something like that. It's red and very prominent, and you can click through to the product itself. And this page will also have that same thing, and the price will be discounted. So you want to just go ahead and confirm that is the case, that the discount rule worked correctly. All right, and then the other thing that you need to do on the day of not the other thing you need to do on the day of. So anyway, you're going to be setting this up on the day of, like you're going to be putting the product on the homepage on the day of. There's a third thing that you're going to do on the day of that I'll just mention now to keep that all kind of together in this tutorial, and then I'll move on to creating the email for the release. Although, just note that these three things, putting this product on the homepage, setting the sale up, and this pardon me, lost my train of thought. There's a third thing that we have to do on the day. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm going to have to come back to that, but all right, so I'm going to have to come back to that. Apologies. Oh yes, I've got it. So there are things that you need to do on the day. I'm doing this a little bit out of order because I haven't gotten to actually putting together the email and the news post for the lecture, for the ebook release. But these three things that you're going to do on the day that it is actually being released before the email goes out. So just make a note of that. It is putting the item on the homepage. It is activating the promo, as I've run through both of those. And it is it is boy. Let me just log in to this while I remember it. Okay. We're going to do the email through Constant Contact, and we're going to... Okay. So, and then the third thing, finally stuck in my mind, is we're going to go to the paperback version of the book. So Music and Song Mother in Love. We're going to go to the paperback version of the book, and we're going to add the ebook link to that page. So like we have the print version here on this page. So let's say that so here is how print version, the print page of an that has an ebook associated with it should look. So the Music and Song Mother in Love one will not look like that yet. Let me show you. So what you're going to do is edit this product, and you're simply going to add in parenthesis print version like you have on this page, and you're also going to add for ebook version, click here, and it's going to be linked to the ebook. So you can go ahead and edit both products to copy from one to the other. So as you can see here, so print version, we can just add that, print version. And then, as you can see in this Way of the Pulse one, we can copy all this, and we're going to paste that in, and then have a gap after that before John Diamond MD. So enter, paste that in, and then have a gap before John Diamond MD. And then what we're going to do is paste in the ebook version URL here. Now that it has been published, you can get the URL for it, and it will say product, Music and Song Mother in Love ebook, that URL that we set up earlier. Okay, and then you'll update that. Okay, 3 things to do on the day of release. Add the ebook link to the print product page. Add the ebook itself to the home page, and activate the promo pricing, most importantly. Okay, but anyhow, that is all. Once the product has been released, the next step of setting up the actual product for release, once we have created the Kindle and Life Energy Arts products, is setting up the email. So once again, we're going to use the most recent book release email as a template. So here we have Way of the Pulse ebook. So we'll just copy that, do Music and Song ebook, save. You're going to adjust this header part of the email first. So the original print book for Music and Song was $13.95. The ebook version was $9.95, and so we figure out the amount that it's going to be after this discount that we do when we release the product. So we'll do by subtracting 30%. So $9.95 minus 30%. Oops. $9.95 minus 30% equals basically $6.95. So you can see it's the same as the previous book that was in here, The Way of the Pulse. Often it will end up being something like $6.27 or $5.27, things that are not that nice, neat 95. You're going to put in the exact amount in this case because the website, the discount code is taking off exactly 30%. It's not rounding like we do to get the ebook price itself, the regular ebook price. So $9.95 regular, that's $6.95, but if it was $8.95 regular, maybe it would have been $6.27 or something. You get the idea. We change the title here, Music and Song Mother in Love. We hit save. Now we go ahead and plug in the correct cover here, replace. We go ahead and adjust the title here, Music and Song Mother in Love. We go ahead and post in a description or part of the description from the product page, and we go ahead and take one of the quotes that is hopefully on the product page, or perhaps an excerpt from the book. There should be something like this on the product page. And then down here, we just change the date to the Sunday after when the product is being released. And then the last thing we do is change the links. So there's a link, actually, there's links in lots of different places here, actually. Here. So we edit this, and you hold shift, and you want to keep the part of the URL, with the question mark and afterwards, because that's good for Google Analytics. So hold down shift, press up, and you can go ahead and paste in the Music and Song Mother in Love ebook URL here, and keep this UTM source thing on the end. Click insert. So you're going to edit that link there. So it's split up in a weird ways on the second line because of this differently formatted bit here. So this is a link to edit here, this is a link to edit here, and this is a link to edit here. So you're editing the first line link, 3 on the second line, you're editing the link of the image itself, you're editing the link on this button, and you're editing the link on this button, all to go to the new product page. And then once you've done all that, you're going to continue and send it to all lists except for the Elia Gallery local no Dr. JD emails and local galleries and press local galleries and press. You're going to put the Wednesday date in here. You're going to put in 4 p.m. EST. You can be sent early results of the email if you want. You're going to hit schedule, and then that's good to go. Once you've scheduled it, you can then open up this little preview of it, or post view, by clicking this icon here, which should usually have actually a proper preview icon, but doesn't today for some reason. And we're going to use this to create we're going to use this to create a news post, or at least I think we are. We go into posts, all posts on the Dr. JD website, WP admin section. You can click on all categories here, change that to news and events, and click filter so that you can quickly get access to just the news and events as opposed to the blog. You can take the most recent book release as a template, hit edit, open a new window, go to the drjohndiamond.com WP admin section, posts, add new. So we can take it from one into the other. We're going to go ahead and change the date here to make it be that Wednesday at 4 p.m. like when the email goes out, because you don't want people clicking through this news thing too early and you haven't done the final things with the promo and so forth. So you put in the correct Wednesday date with 4 p.m, hit OK, choose news and events on the side here. Then you can use this to copy as a template, copy the title over, change this out for the correct title, Music and Song Mother in Love. I usually like to do things in text, but when it comes to things that have an image in it, I want the visual of the layout, so I'm going to actually go to the visual. I'm going to select all of this and copy it, go into visual on this end, paste it in. You can see it messed up a little bit of the formatting here. We can take these back to the center where they were before I copied and pasted. What else got mixed up? The color. The quote also was centered, and I had given it a different text color, dark blue. Okay, so this should be here. So again, like with the email, you're going to switch out this image with the correct music and song one. I'm going to right click on it, which pulls up two menus for me, which is annoying, but then if I click away from the top menu, I get this one. Hit edit, hit replace, upload the real cover, or you can find it in the media library. Here it is. Hit replace. You can see it actually did the wrong size. Don't want medium. Custom size with max height of 200. Hit update. Okay, we are going to want to paste in like we did in the email, and here you can actually use it. I would have put in music and song Mother in Love here. You can copy that, paste it in here. I would have put in, the new description snippet and the new quote or excerpt. So I would can copy those over and paste it into here. Also, again, like with the email, we'd change the date to be the appropriate Sunday date after the Wednesday. And then, like the email, we're going to adjust the links to go to the Music and Song Mother in Love ebook, the new ebook. So we can do that again through this edit thing here, paste in the new link here, click update. And for these text links, hit this little edit button, paste in the new link, hit apply. Do that for this one too. And then the last thing we need to do is do the excerpt. So we can copy this part, or we can copy part of the description here. Go ahead down to excerpt, paste it in. This indicates that it's too long here, so we can delete this excerpt bit. And cut it down to whatever we want it to be to get it to the green. This obviously doesn't work. You'd want to put a little more work into it. And so this excerpt is what would show on the Dr. John Diamond website as like a preview in the news and events section before you click through to the individual post. This is what shows up on search engines theoretically. Then we would be done, so we'd hit schedule. So now we've scheduled so we've created and scheduled the products themselves, the Kindle and the LEA product. We've created and scheduled the news post and email about it, and we are ready to go with our 3 things that we do on the day of to get ready for having it finalized for when it's released. And that is everything for an ebook product release.